Normally, people's perceptions are creativity is confined to fine arts. If you are a good dancer, you are creative. You are a good artist, you are a creative. Nothing of this kind. You can be creative in anything. Actually, creativity is not creating. It is the quality that you bring into the work. If you bring that quality into the work, you are a very creative person. I have seen many people doing very simple things, but with that finesse, that grace, it looks so creative. I went to a friend's house. His father was using a big lens and writing something. I thought his eyesight is bad. When I went closer and asked the father, "What are you doing?" He said, "I am engraving on a grain of rice." I saw him writing one complete shloka of Bhagavad Gita on a grain of rice. On a grain of rice. I could not make out at all. Even when we gave the rice, I could not see it. When you keep a big magnifying lens before that, you can clearly see the entire shloka of Bhagavad Gita on one grain of rice. Tell me, is it not creative? Tremendously creative. I have seen people, I have got a lady in our village who makes 72 strands of semia in just about 4 seconds. Is it not amazingly brilliant? To be creative, you don't have to build a Taj Mahal only. You can be creative in doing this wonderful 72 strands of semia in just about 4 seconds. Amazing. You can be creative in anything provided you bring quality into it. That is why people say, be a cobbler, but be the best cobbler, the world respects you. Be quality oriented. And creativity is also defined as the way of looking at things. When everybody is looking at one side, you look at a different side. Your perceptions are totally different. Look at it. If you are very creative, very curious, you can create something wonderful from nothing. You are obsessed about it. The way you think is different. There was one person in England, his name was Elias Howe. Elias Howe. He was a tailor. And when he was doing the tailoring work, he would get hurt. Every time he used a sewing needle to make a cloth, his finger would get hurt. He thought, I should make a sewing machine. He had no idea how to make it. He was obsessed about making a sewing machine. When you are obsessed about these things, even in dream you worry about it. One day Elias Howe in a dream suddenly saw the Red Indians coming there with all horrible colors on their face and shrieking and shouting. They came there, and the leader of the Red Indians came, looked at Elias Howe and told his people, "This fellow cannot make a sewing machine, kill him." It all happened in his dream. The leader told him, "Pull this fellow and kill him because he can't make a sewing machine." And the fellows, all of them dragged him on the street, and one of the Red Indians took his spear, a long spear in his hand, and he wanted to push this spear into the heart of Elias Howe. Elias Howe was shouting and screaming, "Save me, save me. I'll do something about sewing machine." But he saw the spear coming closer to his heart. When the sharp end of this spear came close to the heart, suddenly he saw there was a hole in the head of the spear resembling human eye. There was a hole there in the head. Suddenly he woke up his wife also and told her, "I got the idea to make a sewing needle." "How did you get the idea?" She said, "Look, all these years we have been using a sewing needle with the eye on the back side and the sharp end on the other side. I was not able to make a machine because I didn't know how to push the thread into the cloth. Now when I saw that dream, I realized that I can change the whole thing. Instead of, why should we have the eye of the needle only on the back side? Can I not have it in the front? Along with the sharp end I can have the eye. Then the thread can go inside and come out. I can make the interlocking." And that's how the sewing machine was made. Tell me, my friends, when everybody was thinking of a sewing needle with the eye on the back side, this man, whole thing turned upside down and could make sewing machines. Every time you use sewing machine, remember Elias Howe. That is the idea of creativity. Look at things from a different point. I have a different perception of creativity. Creativity is all about the number of options you have for a given situation. If you don't go with options, you can't be successful in life. For every activity in life, plan 3 or 4 options. Then you'll be very successful.